Okay, everyone. So I welcome you all back to my classes, and from here onwards, we are going to study about what exactly is design of structures. Okay, so since you all are my, okay, you all were part of my previous classes as well. So I'm sure you already know that before I begin with any subject, I try to tell you people in what way it is going to benefit us. So in today's class, we will first try to understand what exactly is design of structures and how it is going to help you people as architects. Okay, so let's do that. So design of structures. So I'm not going to talk about design of structures one or two specifically. We will try to understand them all as a whole. Okay, what exactly is design of structures? So basically, throughout our semesters, okay, semester one, semester two, semester three, we have learned about okay structural mechanics one, structural mechanics two, and structural mechanics three. But in simple words, those subjects were just like small babies. Okay, so they were designed to make us people become perfect with the subject design of structure. Okay, so design of structure is something which is more connected towards the construction field. Okay, but why exactly we as architects need to learn this subject? That is the main question. Why? Why structures? Okay, because we are more inclined towards the aesthetics, towards the functionality, and towards the usability of a structure. Okay, so why are we learning about the structural elements? Okay, like columns, beams, staircases, even though we don't design them, there is not much designing needed for them. Okay, what exactly are we going to design in a column? Column will be just like how it is. Okay, it could be rectangular, it could be circular, but nothing apart from that. Slab, okay, slab will be a plain plated member. Okay, we cannot make any designs on it. Beams, staircases, but still, as architecture students, we are learning about them. Why exactly is that? I'll tell you that. Okay, let me answer that. When we have the knowledge of structures, so basically, we are okay throughout these 5 semesters, we are learning about flow of energy through a structure. Okay, everything has energy on it. So in this subjects, okay, in these subjects, we are learning about the flow of energy through a structure. So how does an energy get generated? Through load? Okay, so we call this energy as force. Okay, and how does this force gets generated? Because of the load which is acting on it. Okay, so now that I have talked about load, let's try to understand what are the different types of loads we have. So basically, we have two types of loads. Okay, one is live load. Okay, and another is dead load. So, what is live load? What is dead load? How are these loads getting generated? We will be learning that in the next coming few minutes. Okay, so why exactly are we learning structures? To understand the flow of energy to a structure. So how does the energy flows? This is a slab. Okay, suppose you are landing a helicopter. Okay, this looks more like an alien ship. So let me do that. So this is an alien's ship. So we are landing an alien's ship on our terrace. So to land it, we need a flat surface. But we cannot, okay, suppose this is a ground. Okay, we cannot just leave this flat surface flying in the air. It needs support. Okay, so what do we do over there? We provide columns. Okay, so this is a slab, and on all four sides, okay, we are providing columns. But when we provide columns on the edges, if this span, okay, from here to here, if this span is very huge, then there are high chances that the slab will start bending. Okay, it will start bending like this and it may fail. So what we do to avoid bending between column to column, we provide something called beams. Okay, so beams will be distributed on all four sides. So what is going to happen over here is the load which is getting generated on the slab, it will flow into the column through the beams. Okay, and then what these columns will do, these columns will act as a channel to flow the energy from the structure into the earth. Okay, and how do they do that? From the column, the last part of the structure are footings. Okay, we have learned about several type of footings in our building construction subject. Okay, we have combined footings, we have isolated footings. Then these footings are categorized into shallow footings and deep footings. Okay, so what footings will do? They will act as the last element of a structure that will transfer the energy, okay, transfer the load which is getting generated on the structure into the earth. So this is what we have to understand. But still, why exactly are we supposed to understand the flow of energy through a structure as an architect? The answer is, okay, I'll tell you the answer in very simple words. The answer is, as an architect, okay, we are supposed to create designs that will exist, that will practically get constructed on the site. Okay, even though we are artists, it does not mean that whatever designs we are making are supposed to be put into a frame and hung on the walls. No. Okay, whatever designs we make, these designs are supposed to be constructed practically on the site. Okay, and that's the reason why we are supposed to understand the flow of energy. And the reason is, if we are not able to understand the flow of energy, two things will happen. Number one, the structural engineer, okay, the structural engineer who focuses on bringing strength to the building, it will be like a nightmare for that person. Okay, if you are just making a design like it goes like this and this is how the structure should look like, here one building is hanging, here another building is hanging, okay, here another building is hanging, this is how you want the structure to look like. So if you give this kind of drawing to that structural engineer, he will get nightmares. बेचारा रात में सो भी नहीं सकता आपके डिजाइन को देखकर. Okay, so if you are having a knowledge about structure, then you can do two things. Number one, you will be able to design, okay, make a design which can be practically constructed. Okay, this is number one. Number two, you can advise that structural engineer on how to make his structural designs. Okay, because what these people will do is, see, I'm not just practical, see, I'm not targeting a structural engineer, I'm telling about the professional field. What happens is when you approach a carpenter with a particular design, he will not say that he cannot do it because he has a fear that he will lose that job. Okay, so he will never say that I cannot do it. Instead, what he will say is, this design is not looking nice, or this design cannot be made. Okay, उल्टा हमारे को ही जो है उन्होंने डांट देते. All right. So coming back to the structures, if you are facing a similar situation with a structural engineer, you can guide that person. Okay, you can guide that person with the knowledge of the structures that you people are going to gain through these subjects in the coming 2 semesters. Okay, design of structures 1 and design of structures 2. All right, so this is the reason why we as architecture students have been struggling with the subject SM1, SM2, SM3, and now DOS1 and DOS2. Frankly speaking, okay, DOS1 and DOS2 are very easy subjects. They are very easy, trust me. Okay, there is a format, there is a formula, there are few steps. Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, like that. All you have to do is just by heart those steps. That's it. Okay, so you will be seeing in all my classes that how easily I have converted the entire subject into different steps which are easy to remember and will help you people in solving any type of question that you people will face in your exam. Okay, so DOS 1 and DOS 2 are very easy subjects, but they can become very scary, very tough, okay, very hard, all the negative things, okay, very scary, very tough. But for those people who are very bad in time management, okay, so whenever I'm giving you any work, if you people are doing that work, okay, just like let's say I gave you one homework in the class. Now you are doing this homework just like 1 hour before our class, then it's not going to help you at all. Immediately after the class, if you people are without getting up from your place, if you are trying to solve that problem, not one time, not two times, but 4 to 5 times, then you will get the concept behind the questions. Okay. And frankly speaking, even though you people will have to write 5 questions out of 8 questions, you will you will hardly be able to attempt 3 questions. The reason is one question can take you at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, 45 minutes to 1 hour, it can very easily take you. So if you are very good with time management, only then you will be able to attempt at least 4 questions. आप बहुत अच्छा प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, yes, 5 questions, और 5 questions के बाद भी you will have time remaining to cross check the questions and answers. Okay, so this is about, okay, a small introduction about DOS 1 and DOS 2. Now let's try to understand the technical difference between DOS 1 and DOS 2. Now when it comes to DOS 1, this deals with RCC structures. Okay, and when it comes to DOS 2, this deals with steel structures. Okay, this is the difference between DOS 1 and DOS 2. So in DOS 1, we will be dealing completely with structures which are made up of RCC. What RCC stands for? Reinforced cement concrete. Okay, and here we have everything related to the steel structures. Now, I'm talking about structure. Okay, so let's try to understand what are the different structural elements that exist. Okay, so I just told you about slab, beams, columns. Okay, footings, lintels, staircase. Okay, so these are the different structural elements that exist before us. And in DOS 1, we will be learning how to design a slab, how to design a beam, how to design a column, footings, lintels, and staircase. Okay, so I'm sure that these things are sounding very exciting for you all. And I just want you people to maintain the same kind of enthusiasm when we are learning DOS 1. Okay, you people can just blindly trust me that I'm going to teach you in the best possible way. Okay, like just day before yesterday, your seniors have written backlog exams. Okay, seniors of every college, several colleges across Telangana. Okay, and they had approached me for teaching them DOS 1. The next day, I was flooded by messages from all the students. Okay, they approached, few never approached me also before the exam, but I got several messages from them saying that thanks to my videos, thanks to my notes, thanks to my classes, they can clear DOS 1 exam in this supplementary chance. Okay, so I just want you people to blindly trust with whatever I'm teaching you. But one thing which I'm expecting from you all is dedication. देखो भाई अब तक आप डेडिकेशन नहीं दे रहे थे होंगे okay in whatever subjects you people are learning in the college, but for my classes I expect that you show 100% dedication. In written I will give you 200% dedication from my end. This is my promise for you all. Okay, I just expect you people to give 100%. I will give you 200% dedication. Okay, leave all that stress, leave all that efforts on me. I have prepared the subject in such a way that you people can very easily crack it. But again, I'm telling you, time management is something very important. Okay, so I can tell you one shortcut technique that you people can follow, and that is after I'm done with the class. Okay, I hope that you people will be following with my steps. So, whatever question I'm doing, after the class ends, just copy paste that question 3 times. Okay, just copy paste. आपकी बुक में लिखा हुआ है, उसको दूसरे बुक में लिखो. Maintain 2 books. Okay, maintain one rough book and one fair book. Okay, so rough book mein to you people will be quickly writing down everything. Then in the fair book, write 3 times. Then after writing it 3 times, one time one time try to recall the steps. Okay, so when we start with the problem, at that time you will understand what exactly the steps I'm talking about. So one time, okay, after just copy pasting, one time try to recall the steps. Okay, and then one more time try to solve it without seeing. Okay, so every day I will be solving not more than one or two questions. Okay, but what I am expecting from you people is three times just copy paste, one time try to recall, and one time see without, okay, write the answer without seeing it. And then if you people are brave enough to explore something, then one time write down by changing the numerical values in the question. Let's say I am telling that there is a force of 1.5 kilonewton per meter acting. You can just change it as 1.6, okay, or 1.4, like that. Okay, it is spread across a span of 4 meters. You can just change it as 3 meters. Try to solve it. Okay, this will not just bring perfection in you, but will also give you confidence in the exam. Okay, it will give you that confidence which is needed. Otherwise, looking at the question paper, you will just feel like running away. All right. So just take a screenshot of this advice. If you feel that my advices are worth following, just take a screenshot and start following these advices from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So this was about the difference between structural mechanics 1 and 2, design of structures 1 and 2. Now let's try to understand the units which are there in the subject. Okay, so as I told you, design of structures 1 deals with RCC structures. Okay, so when it comes to RCC structure, there are two things which are present. Okay, one is concrete, another is reinforced steel. Okay, so what happens is when it comes to concrete, concrete is very good in compressive stress, but it is very poor in handling tensile stress. So that's the reason why steel is added into concrete to make it into reinforced cement concrete. So that whatever structure we are building is strong in both compression as well as in tension. Okay, so when it comes to reinforced steel, there are three different types of steels which we use in our structures. Okay, so one is mild steel, which are also plain bars. Okay, mild steel. Then next is HYSD bars. Okay, HYSD bars. So HYSD stands for high yield stress deformed bars. Okay, high yield stress deformed bars. High yield stress deformed bars. Okay, this is the second type of reinforced steel that we will be using. And the third type of steel that we will be using is TMT bars. Okay, this is very important because in the exam, especially in the design problems, they will tell you which bar we are using. Okay, so depending on that, we will have to calculate the yield stress. So for each one of this, there is a particular yield stress which is available. So for mild steel, the yield stress, okay, Fy, it is denoted as Fy, will be 250 Newton per mm square. For HYSD bars, yield stress, okay, Fy will be 415 Newton per mm square. And for TMT bars, which is thermo-mechanically treated bars, Fy will be 500 Newton per mm square. Okay, so this is what? So these three are called as grades of steel. Okay, grades of steel: mild steel, high yield stress deformed bars, and thermomechanically treated bars. So these are the three different type of steel bars, okay, reinforcement bars, which you people will be coming across in the question. Okay, then next, coming to concrete, here also we have something similar. Okay, we call it as grades of concrete. Okay, so we have grades of concrete starting from M10. Okay, M10, M15, M20, M25, okay, M30 up to M80. But in RCC structures, we will be using concrete only till M25, because beyond M25, which is M30, 35, 40, like that, these are precast concrete. Okay, so these are computerized way of making the grades. All right, so we will not be focusing upon them. So we will focus upon M10, M15, M20, and M25. So what exactly is M and what exactly is N? Let us try to understand that. So when it comes to steel, we have yield stress, okay, yielding stress. And when it comes to concrete, here we have compressive stress. Okay, and yield stress is denoted by Fy. Compressive stress is denoted as Fck. Okay, so when it comes to M10 grade, M means mix, and this number 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on, this number represents the compressive stress which that mix can handle. So what exactly are we mixing? We are mixing binding material plus fine aggregate plus coarse aggregate. Okay, so there are different quantities of binding material, fine aggregate, and coarse aggregate, which are mixing in M10, M15, M20, M25, like that. Okay, so what exactly is the mix for M10? Okay, the mix for M10 is 1 part of binding material, which is cement, is to 3 parts of fine aggregate, is to 6 parts of concrete. So how do we represent these parts? Okay, so if you people remember, or if you people have ever been to a construction site, you will see that the laborers are using a pan, a bowl. Okay, they are using a bowl for picking up and pouring the sand and stones. Okay, so like this, we will put in, okay, in M10, 1 part of cement, then 3 parts of sand, and 6 part of stone. Okay, 1 part of cement, 3 parts of sand, and 6 parts of stone. They are put together and they are mixed. Okay, so depending on the quantity of M10 concrete we need, we start multiplying. Okay, अब जैसे कि देखो हमारे को जो है हम 2 pans use कर रहे हैं, so this will be 2 is to 6 is to 12. Okay, so depending on how much quantity of M10 concrete is needed, we will pour that many number of, okay, bowls of sand, bowls of uh, coarse aggregate, stone and cement. Okay, so usually what we do is we calculate it as per a bag of cement. तो एक bag of cement में कितने bowls of cement is coming? Okay, from one cement bag, how many bowls of cement is coming? That we will note down. Then we will multiply it with that many bowls of sand and that many bowls of stone. Okay, so this is how we calculate it in a practical manner on the site. So when it comes to M10, we have 1 is to 3 is to 6. Okay, and FCK will be equal to 10 Newton per mm square. So how exactly are they finding out that M10 concrete के लिए the compressive stress is 10 Newton per mm square? I'll tell you. Okay, what we usually do is we take a cube. Okay, एक mold रहता which will be open from one side. Okay, ऊपर से open हुआ हुआ रहता. इसके अंदर हम जो है कंक्रीट को पोर कर देते पूरा ऊपर तक, और फिर ऊपर आने के बाद लेट्स से दिस इज द टॉप. ऊपर आने के बाद अगर थोड़ा कंक्रीट यहाँ पर ऐसा दिख रहा, we will just scrap it out so that we have a smooth, okay, fill over here on the top. Then this mold is kept 28 days. Like it is kept, if you want it quickly, like if we are experimenting, then we will put this in an oven. Okay, there will be a big oven or heater that will make this concrete hard. Okay, then the concrete is removed from the mold and it is kept for 28 days in water. Okay, एक बड़ा water का tank रहता, उसके अंदर हम लोग इसको place कर देते. We will place it in a water tank. Then after 28 days, it is removed and it is kept in a machine called universal testing machine, which will test the compressive stress of a concrete block. Okay, so what will happen is एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म रहता, इसके ऊपर ये ब्लॉक को रख देते. ओके, दे विल कीप दिस ब्लॉक एंड देन फ्रॉम द टॉप one more part will come down. Okay, it will be using a hydraulic machine. This will come down and it will start pressing this concrete block. Okay, और यहाँ पर साइड में जो है एक मीटर रहता, it has dial on it and there will be numbers over here. So this technician will be present over there and he will start noticing the first crack in the block. As soon as he sees the first crack in the block, he will stop that machine and he will note down the reading over here. So whatever that reading is, that is how much this block can tolerate. Okay, so for M10, it can tolerate 10 Newton per mm square. Next is M15. Okay, यहाँ पर mix रहता 1 is to 2 is to 4 and FCK, as you all can see, it is 15 Newton per mm square. Then for M20, it is 1 is to 1.5 is to 3. And here FCK will be 20 Newton per mm square. And over here for M15, it is 1 is to 1 is to 2. Okay, like this. And FCK will be 25 Newton per mm square. So these values are important for you people to remember. Values of grade of concrete, values of grade of steel. Okay, sometimes in the question they will give you, sometimes they will not give you. Now, one last thing before we end today's class is the code book. Okay, so there is this code book called IS 456-2000. There are basically two code books. Okay, one is IS 456-2000, another is IS 456-1984. Okay, so ये जो code books है, these code books have the methods and formulas which we need. Okay, the methods and formulas which we need for solving our problem. Okay, अब जैसे कि यहाँ पर देखो, this is page number 96. यहाँ पर एक formula है. Okay, we have formula over here. We have formulas over here. Okay, यहाँ पर भी formulas है. We have formulas over here. So we will be using these formulas for calculating different values. Okay, so anyways, you people need not worry, because when we are doing a particular problem, at that time I will tell you which page number. Okay, in which page number we will find out which formula. You just have to remember that page numbers. That's it. Okay, so there are very few page numbers, like 2-3 page numbers that you people will have to remember, and that too they are beside each other only. So एक page number याद कर लो, you will remember the other page numbers also. Okay, so anyways, we will be doing that when we are in the exam. Sorry, when we are doing the problems. Okay, so this code book is available with me. Okay, it is available in a PDF format, which you people can take it from me. And anyways, I will be sharing it in the group which I have created. So what you people will have to do is just take a printout of it. Okay, take a printout of it, keep it, and you people can take it in the exam hall. Okay, they will allow you to take this code book into the exam hall, but remember that you are not allowed to write anything on the code book. If you do that, you will be sent out of the exam hall. Okay, but as my students, I am very confident enough that you will never be able to, okay, you will never even think of cheating in the exam. Okay, so this is the confidence which I have. So I just don't want you people to break this confidence which I have on you people. Okay, so just remember that 200% ka promise which I gave you people about the kind of preparation I'm going to give you all. Okay, so just follow whatever I'm telling you. Just practice it using the ninja technique which I've just shared with you. Okay, 3 times copy paste karo, 1 time just try to recall and write it, then 1 time write down without seeing. Now, if you are confident enough, if you want to experiment on your own, then whatever questions I'm giving you, just change the numerical values and do it by yourself. Okay, so this was all about today's class. Now our next class will be on Monday. Okay, so as you all know, I have sent you the timetable. Our classes will be from 8:30 p.m. Okay, the classes start at 8:30 p.m. Sometimes if the question is easy enough, if you are able to finish it off, then we will be able to take 45 minutes. Okay, then there are a few questions which will take you 60 minutes, and there are a few questions that will take you 90 minutes also. But from my end, I will try to make sure that my classes are not exceeding beyond 30 minutes, beyond 60 minutes. Okay, I'll try to ensure that we are ending in 45 minutes itself. But if the problem is exceeding, we will not go beyond 60 minutes. Okay, the remaining, okay, if it is becoming like 90 minutes, so 60 minutes I will do today, and remaining 30 minutes I will do in the next class. All right, but before ending the class, I will guide you how you can do these remaining 30 minutes on your own. If you're able to do it on your own, that's well and good. If not, the next day anyhow, I will be solving the problem in the class itself. Okay, so we will be covering all the units, and we will be, okay, if time permits, solve the question papers as well. Okay, everyone. So this was all about today's class. So try to encourage your classmates to join the classes. Okay, आप लोग आपके classmates को बोलिए, because I think I have already shared a link with you all. If you people don't have that link, I'll just tell you what that link is. Just give me a minute. Okay, so the link is bit.ly/ okay, capital ISAA underscore admissions. Okay, this is the link. You people can just take a screenshot also and share the image with your classmates. Okay, so any course which you want to enroll in my academy, not just DOS one but also the software classes which I'm taking, this is the link for enrollment. Okay, entrance exam coaching like NATA, gate architecture, PG set, okay, JW means paper 2, same link. All right. So just encourage your classmates to join the classes. I'm sure that it will be helpful to all of you. Anyways, I'm not charging that huge amount also like 5,000, 10,000. It's just 1,500. So I'm sure people can just afford it by themselves. Again, I'm telling you, if you feel that there is someone who cannot afford this amount but needs help in design of structures, just message me. Okay, I'll make sure that we have a understanding when it comes to the fees. Okay, everyone. So this was all about today's class. That's it. Does anyone have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. If yes, just unmute yourself, or else you people already have my WhatsApp number. Okay, 7993937711. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number. You can just message me on WhatsApp. Okay, everyone. So this was all about today's class, and we will continue the next class on Monday. Okay. So our classes will be from Monday to Thursday. All right. So, anyways, tomorrow I'll not be able to take a class because I'm going out of station. So our next class will be on Monday. Okay, same time, 8:30. Try to be there. Okay, try to be in the class before 8:30. Okay, because if you are coming late, then you will end up missing an important part. Okay, so that's it. See you all on Monday.